First and foremost, free the whole world boss. I am your gracious host, Caspian Montgomery. Welcome, Gaza Nation, to another episode of the Vybz Kartel Show. Today, we will be breaking down the brand new song Body Language to the patois illiterate, and immediately after I heard this song I just envisioned what me and the fluffy Miss Kitty would be doing in the bedroom, and I can tell you it was quite steamy, Gaza Nation. So without further ado, teacher, please begin.
She couldn't manage, so she want to bite the body like a chicken sandwich. The way your head good is like you go to college. Love how your body thicker than me granny porridge. Me fuck you till your pussy talk, that a body language.
Adi the Innocent begins the first verse by letting us know that this particular woman that he is with, she couldn't manage his penis, so she wanted to bite down on the buddy, just like she was biting into a chicken sandwich. I believe what he is saying is that his penis was too big for her mouth, so she was choking and gasping for air, and her natural reaction was to bite down. I do not know, because I've never had this problem in my life. Every woman that I'm with seems to be able to gulp my whole body down very, very easily. Then he says that the way her head is good, it's like she attends university. She goes to college, and that is a double entendre. He is saying the way your head's good, meaning how smart this woman is. It's like she's going to college, but he is really talking about her fellatio. Her head game is so good that she could get a scholarship to attend UWI. And then he says he loves how her body is thicker than his granny's porridge, and luckily I got to try porridge, so I do understand this lyric a little more. Her body is thick, like the way that his grandmother used to make the porridge. It was almost it was almost a solid. It wasn't a liquid. It was almost like a solid, the way this porridge is, and that's how thick her body is. And then he says that he will have sex with her until her vagina talks. That is what he defines as body language. That is a very witty line. I personally have never made a woman's vagina talk, so I don't know what he's talking about. The only thing I ever hear is "get off me" and "are you done yet?" But that comes from their mouths, not from their vaginas. But that is a very well put together line. It's amazing. Making her vagina talk, that is body language. Imagine having a vagina talk to you. I would love to hear what it would have to say.
Underneath you full of pleasure, so it have damage. Treat you good, you want me, girl, me nah go bring you sadness. But if you give away the pussy, me go deal with badness.
One Dawn then says that her underneath is full of pleasure, so he has to damage it, and underneath is another Jamaican slang word for the vagina, the groin area. They call it the underneath, the undercarriage. That's what I would call it. And then he says it's full of pleasure, so he must damage it. I believe in the USA they say beat the P-U-S-S-Y up. Again, I know nothing about this. I have never bruised a vagina. I've never beat it up. I last for 3 minutes, I'm pumping away, and they just sit there, they watch Netflix, they read a book, and then when I'm done, they say, could I have some money to get my nails done? I hope that I'm not the only one that this happens to. And then he says that he's going to treat her good because this is his wifey, this is his girl, so he's always going to treat her good. He will never bring her sadness. He's not going to cheat on her, but then he gives her a stern warning. He says, but if you give the vagina away, if you cheat on me, he will deal with badness. So there will be repercussions for cheating on the world boss. I suggest that you do not do that, ladies. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious chorus.
What would I do if me never have you? Ever in a farm, shine for me, my star. Now fell apart, I love you like war. Can't be alone long as I have you. What would I do if me never have you? Ever in a farm, shine for me, my star. Now fell apart, I love you like war. Can't be alone long as I have you.
I love this rhythm. It is like a soothing symphony. I especially love the woman in the background. She is harmonizing, she is accentuating World Boss's lyrics, and of course World Boss makes any beat just that much better as when he graces it with his presence. He begins by asking the question. He says, what would I do if I never had you? So if he never met this woman, he would be lost in life. He wouldn't know where to go. This woman, she completes him. And then he says, she is always in form. She is his star, and she is always shining for him. So he's saying, she's always in top form. She always presents herself to the world perfectly. She is a very classy lady, and she is his better half. She is always shining just like the stars in the sky. And then he says that they can never fall apart. They can never break up. He would be, again, lost without her, so they will not break up. And then he says, I love you like war. And I had to contemplate on that line, and then I thought, love is, have you ever heard of the War of the Roses? That is the war that is ongoing between men and women in a relationship. So if you haven't heard of the War of Roses, you should study up on that, because it is very intriguing to find out that we are constantly at a war, but it is a different kind of war. It is a war of love. And then he says that he will never be alone as long as he has this woman. That is what she means to him. That is amazing. He feels whole when he is with this woman. So big up to the rhythm maker. I do not know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not look it up, but this is just a wonderful song overall.
You want me got this? Oh yeah, you're full of chat, but you buck up a canis. It done in your hole, you better bubble pan it. One hand upon your breast, one hand upon me matic.
The king of dancehall begins the second and final verse by letting this woman know that she is not just a regular woman to World Boss. She is his goddess. And then he says that yes, she is full of chat. She is a very sassy woman, but she knows how to back it up. So she knows how to back up her chat in the bedroom. She can talk it, but she can also walk it. And then he says, he tells her that the Dawn is in your hole. The Dawn is now having sex with you, so you better bubble upon his penis. You better do some extracurricular activities and not just lay there like a dead fish. You better be working, woman. And then he says he has one hand upon her breasts and one hand upon his mattock. And I do not believe he's talking about a gun. I believe he is talking about his penis. So it is getting very slack, and I'm going to say that if I had one hand on Miss Kitty's breasts, my mattock would be going off without me even touching it.
That because you feel your record academy for your vid. You win the Oscar for the best punani on the planet. Best performance by a girl when she already cocky. To how you lucky girl, me sure me you go win the Grammy.
The boss of all bosses then lets this woman know that the Bacchus is spectacular. It is so good that he believes that it should be recorded. And the Bacchus is the view that he is having while he's performing copulation doggy style. And he says it is actually so good that once they record it, they should submit it to the Academy Awards. And if they did, she would win the Oscar for the best punani on the planet. So that vagina sounds spectacular. I would love to see what she is working with. And then he said she would win in the female category. She would win best performance by a woman when riding a penis. So she is very good at what she does. And then he says he is very lucky to have her. So he is sure that they are going to win the Grammy. They are going to win all types of awards for their bedroom antics. That is how good she is in bed. And with that last line, we have reached the end of another Vybz Kartel masterpiece. As always, thank you, Gaza Nation, for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. The channel has been growing rapidly as of late, and I couldn't be more excited. I also want to let you know that there is now merchandise available. You can go to the Teespring store. It is right under the video. You can click on, and there are t-shirts, mugs, pillows, hoodies, whatever you want, posters. And if you feel like you want to walk around with a funny white guy on your shirt, I guarantee a bunch of people will be asking you questions on who that man is, and then you will have something to talk about. I will not take up any more of your time. So until we meet again, it is Gaza, me say, forever.
What would I do if me never have you? Ever in a farm shine for me my star. Nah fell apart, I love you like war. Can't be alone long as I have you. What would I do if me never have you? Ever in a farm shine for me my star. Nah fell apart, I love you like war. Can't be alone long as I have you.